Do you know suicide has killed more men than war, homicide, or almost any other form of violence? This means that you are more likely to take your own life as a young man than have someone else take it from you. You are over double as likely to kill yourself as a man rather than a woman. This might all come as a little bit of a shock if you're a young man and you're living a pretty good life right now. But if you're like 90% of men, you probably understand these stats just based on looking at the men around you and seeing how happy they are in life. So why are men not happy? Why are so many men choosing to take their own lives? Here are the three simplest and most common reasons men aren't happy. Number 1, lack of purpose. Number 2, lack of father figures. And number 3, a lack of encouragement and motivation from society. So let's start with number 1, which is lack of purpose. So just back a few hundred years ago, let's just use this as an example. You had a clear purpose in life. Your purpose was to go and protect and provide your family. That's all you really had to do. And since you were born, that would pretty much be your purpose. So your entire life would be dedicated to those two things. Protect your nation and provide for your family. But as the quote goes, hard times create strong men create good times create weak men create hard times. Your great-great-grandfather risked his life in a war because he thought that you would have a better life than him. But then if that were true, why is suicide in men the highest it's ever been? Why are so many men unhappy? Why do so many men choose to not want to live and not want to have a direction and instead choose to just play video games and waste their life away? Because good times create weak men. Your great-grandfather created the good times for you. But in the process, you became weak because there's not really many hard times for you to go through. When you look around, most young men can't even get themselves up out of bed in the morning. Most young men can't even get their chin over the bar and do a pull-up. Reason number 2 is a lack of father figures. Now, before you go running to the comments saying, Adam, this is misogynistic and like, this isn't true, let me just break down the stats for you on crime and suicide with men who don't have fathers. In Canada, which is where I'm from, 72% of all murders are from homes with no fathers. 60% of rapists come from homes with no father. 3 out of 14 suicides are from homes where there is no father figure present. But why is this? Why is it that men who don't have fathers are the ones that are most likely to commit crime and to commit suicide, and who are inevitably the ones who are the least happy in life? Because they don't have anyone to look up to. Since they're not raised by their father, they don't have a guide to look up to. They don't know where they should go in life, and this makes them feel unhappy. They want to feel like they have some purpose. They want to feel like they know what they're supposed to do, but they don't know because they don't have that father figure to look at. They don't have that father to guide them when they're going through hard times. When they're suffering with problems that only a man would really know, their mother tries to do the best to help them and support them, but it's just not the same. And she'll try and do her best to help him out, but inevitably she just can't help him because she doesn't understand the problems of a man because she's not a man. So most young men grow up with no one to look at for guidance, and that makes them feel unhappy, that makes them feel unsatisfied with their core, so they choose to distract themselves, which makes them more unhappy. So why are the rates of fatherlessness so high? Because after hearing these statistics, you're probably thinking, oh, okay, but this is from like men running away from the families, and like it's the man's fault because he probably ran away from the family because he didn't want to raise the kid, and like that's why. But this is not actually true. In over 70% of heterosexual divorces, which just means a straight couple, it was initiated by the woman. 70% of divorces were initiated by women. And out of this, the chances of the woman getting custody compared to the man is 80-7. That means that 70% of women cause divorces, and the chance of the woman receiving full custody is 80-7, with the last 13 being classified as other. The government promotes women to take the kids and then get child support, and they've replaced the father figure by making it so that the father still has to provide and pay, but with the kids having no real connection to the father. Now, why is this? Some may say the Matrix, some may say they want men weak, and if you listen to people like Andrew Tate and stuff, that's what they'll be saying. I personally don't know, and if I did know, it would probably be a big conspiracy and stuff. But all I know is that just breaking down these statistics, the man and woman both wanted just as much custody of the kids, and they both went to court. Just based on gender, the woman is more likely to get it. The third one is lack of motivation and encouragement from the world. Which month is Men's Mental Health Month? I'll give you a few seconds to think of it. September, October, January, maybe July, maybe August. Nope, it's June. But I bet you Almost 0% of the people who are watching this video were able to guess it right. When I asked this question to a few women, 0 of them knew the answer. Some of them said September, November, maybe October, but it's June. Now, why is it that no one even knows the month, the entire month, that is supposed to be dedicated towards men's mental health? Because it's swept under the rug. It's not taken seriously. I bet in June you don't walk around seeing flags up saying Men's Mental Health Month, make sure you check in with your son, make sure you check in with your father or something, make sure they're all good, help them out. If you need help, here's a number. You see a few people like me online saying like, oh yeah guys, June Men's Mental Health Month. You see like a few bigger guys and like a few people who actually want to promote it, saying, oh yeah guys, it's June, like make sure you check in with your family, make sure they're all doing good. But apart from that, you don't go on Instagram, you don't go on YouTube and see everyone saying Men's Mental Health Month, make sure you make sure you go say hi to a guy and shake his hand or something, make sure he's having a good day. You don't see that. You see that from the very, very minuscule amount of people who actually want men to do well. Now this sounds like a big conspiracy and it sounds like I'm just saying like, guys, yeah, the whole society doesn't support men, but it doesn't. Why else would they make a Men's Mental Health Month? Because it's easy just to say when you go ask someone. And you can ask any of these feminists. This is gonna sound a little bit red pill, but you can ask a feminist, oh, why is there Women's Mental Health Days and why is there a National Women's Day? And they'll say, oh, but there's Men's Mental Health Month and stuff. Yeah, there's a Men's Mental Health Month. And you can literally ask these same women, which month is it? And they'll have zero clue. Because although it is technically, if you search it up, it is a national I think it's like a national, not a holiday, but it's supposed to be a national thing. Everyone's supposed to know that June is Men's Mental Health Month. But no one takes it seriously. Because in the modern era, there's not much support for you if you're a man. And to be frankly honest, if you do receive support, it will be from a woman who, as I said, doesn't actually truly know your problem. And to all fairness to them, they're just trying to do their best. But as I mentioned before, it's just impossible for them to be able to know how you feel because they don't have that. So they give you advice from the woman's perspective, but that doesn't actually end up helping you. And this all goes back to reason number 2 to why men aren't happy, which is a lack of father figures. When men have fathers, they have someone to ask when things are going wrong. If a girl just broke up with them, instead of getting advice from the woman's perspective, and the woman will give him the advice of, oh, it's okay, take your time, I'm so sorry that happened to you, and take your time, if you want some ice cream, you can cope with it. The father will say, no, but get back in the gym. Show her that she made a tremendous mistake. Show her that you're the man that she actually wants. In these two different things, the woman thinks that she is giving the right advice because that's what would probably make her feel more happy. And spend a day, don't do anything, eat some ice cream, cry. That's what would make her feel happy. But what would make the man feel happy is getting in the gym, getting back at it, showing her in a few months that he is the man that she always wanted, but now she can't get him back because he's built himself up. Now there's a new caliber of woman that he's unlocking. So this can all be summarized by fatherlessness. Fatherlessness is the main core cause, the main reason that men aren't happy. And I don't make this video with some type of super red pill agenda of yeah guys, women suck, women suck, they're trying to take your kids and everything. I make this more so just to break down the real statistics. I'm breaking down real stats on why fatherlessness is the leading cause of suicide, crime, and men being unhappy. So my best advice to you if you are growing up in a single mother household would be to at least find a few father figures online who can actually give you some more guidance. And if you want to join the Discord, that is pretty much just all men. I think there's 1 or 2 women in there. But if you want to join the Discord of other guys who are maybe going through the same problems as you and who can give you some guidance and who can give you some advice, then scroll down into the description and look for the little link that says join Discord server. And also go click on the subscribe and post notification button because it benefits us both. And be a doer, not a thinker. See ya.